Hey guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a cage tour. And I know we have done one of these before, but that was with my single crenation, and now you can see we have a double crenation for my 4 rats. So it's going to be completely new with a whole bunch of different cool stuff in it. Anyways, let's get started, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I also just want to point out that this cage is in no way finished. I have so many more things to add, and since Christmas is coming up, not too soon but pretty soon, I have a lot of things on my Christmas list that I hope to get for my rats, and this cage is going to be way more full than it is right now, but for now this is what I have. And yes, so starting on the side of the cage, they have this litter. This is just what I put in their litter box, and it serves me very well as it doesn't have a lot of, it has odor control and all that, so I really like it. On the shelf at the bottom, I have some of their food. I have some spare ramps that came with an old cage that I used to have, that the ramps are still here, and some seed mix, which I don't use as their regular food. We did get it a long time ago as a different option, but seed food and seed mix is actually really bad for your rats as they will pick out their favorite stuff, so I only use this as an occasional variety of their food. I also have this wheel, and I do not use it as a wheel. It's about 5 inches in diameter. It's way too small for any animal. Dwarf hamsters, who are really small, have to have at least 6 inches in diameter, so do not get this for any pet. I recently got a travel cage, and advertised for dwarf hamsters, I bought it secondhand, and this came with it. So I'm planning to turn it into a foraging wheel. I'm going to put some dividers in here and some sort of cover so they can not get into it super easily, and it just attaches at the side of the cage, and this is what I'm going to use it for. But yes, do not use this for any pet. It's way too small. I also have some various storage in here, and at the very back I have a couple tunnels. So moving on this side I don't have anything, but when we go in here I have a couple cardboard boxes. So this one's empty for now, but the rats soon are going to get some newspaper and stuff from up there, which I have some newspaper that I'll show you later to stash in here. They just don't come down here very often, as they really do like the high places. And on this side we have just some cardboard and another cardboard thing with cute ratties on it. Moving on to the other door, we have this shelf unit advertised for bathrooms. This was in my single crenation. I just kept it here. Didn't want to cut the zip ties too often, as it would be quite wasteful. And we have just a laundry detergent thing that I washed out to make sure there's no odor in it, and some fleece and cardboard to make sure that they don't hurt their paws on the wire that's underneath. So moving into the back of their cage, just on the floor, I just wanted to mention there's some towels and fleece. I do want to upgrade to bedding sometime in the future, but I can't right now. I also have a scatter guard to make sure nothing falls out of their cages. They do like to kick around their litter sometimes. At the back over here we have a water bottle, a 12-ounce water bottle I believe. It works quite well. Sometimes it does leak a little bit, and we have their ramp leading up to their second shelf over here, and their litter box over here that they do use. Just wanted to point out, I do have a shelf here and another one up there as well. My babies really do not need these shelves, but my older boys, who are nearing around 2 years old, really do need some help climbing up places, so that's why I have these in. If I didn't have my older boys, I would have it take this bottom out and have it one big cage to add a lot more things in, but for now the babies don't mind, and it really helps my older boys. Moving up, I have this old wooden cup that as you can see, it's broken here, so I just put it in here, and sometimes I put food in here, and the rats really like to get it out. I also have this old barn that you've probably seen in a lot of my videos, as it is Elmer's favorite barn. He used to go in it all the time when we first got him, and he still uses it now. And in the back we have a Timothy hayhide. Luckily the boys do not chew this. And I just have some toilet paper that Elmer stashed in there yesterday. I do also have this dog toy, which is supposed to be hanging up, but it seems like the rats knocked it down, and they really like to bash this around, and it's really useful. So moving on to the second level, on this door, I just added this in today, as it was in there. Old cage that I used for storing the babies in for a little while before I introduced them to my big boys, but it's a shelf. I just put some fleece on here, tied it on securely. There's a knot here. It's actually one big piece of fleece that's knotted all around, and it kind of hangs around the bottom and is tied on so it stays on, because otherwise the babies would just stash it in one of the hideaways over here. But they really like this. They have some more stashed toilet paper. And if you see some random toilet paper or newspaper around, it probably means they've stashed it from yesterday when I cleaned that cage. I also have a lava ledge over here that they like climbing on. I do move it around that cage every time my cage cleans, so they have some different places where this goes, but for now it serves a good purpose right here. On the other door, I just have another 12-ounce water bottle that they really prefer this one. The water comes out quite a bit easier. It does leak a lot more, but they really prefer this one. Moving on under here, I'm sorry if it's a little bit dark, but there is a shelf above, so it makes it quite dark. There's another litter box, which they have spilled quite a lot of litter everywhere, and this handmade Heidi that the babies really like, and they also really seem to like going on top of the Heidi. I'm not sure why. There's a little space, perfect size for the babies that they really like to go. I also have this Puma stone. It's not advertised as a lava ledge because you can see this one, it has like a special thing to connect it, advertised for pets. This one is completely safe though. It's just a Puma stone, which is the same material. As you can see, it has all the little holes in it, and they occasionally can step on this and stuff. It's just in here just in case they want to use it. Moving on, we actually have this plastic base of their travel cage, which I put in their cage for now just because I decided why not. I put a whole bunch of newspaper and sometimes I put toilet paper in here so they can dig around. I am planning to upgrade to a dig box sometime soon, but for now this works really well. They don't chew the plastic, which is really great, and they really like to grab the newspaper and stash it in all different places. I also up here attached this old toy I used to have a very long time ago, and right now there's barely any food in it, but I do like to put food in it because they can climb and they try to get it out these little cracks here, or they can climb and go on top and get it here. Going backwards into the back of the cage, you can see the ramp that leads down to the bottom level, and this homemade DIY Heidi that my brother made for me a couple months ago, and it's just made out of some old cotton pajama pants and some wood, just glued together with some wood glue, and they really seem to enjoy this. Moving up to this shelf, I do not have a ramp, as the older boys can get from this to this without any trouble, but the ramps that are here to make these shelves are quite high, so they need a ramp to get up, but this one is quite low, so it's perfect for them. And they do have the igloo on here. I need to put another Heidi down here. I just need to find one first, as I've used all their Heidis up, and I did. When I cleaned their cage yesterday, I do this thing where I empty all their cardboard, the old cardboard, because it gets quite stinky, and put some new Heidis in. So I do need to get some more cardboard Heidis and put it in there, but for now it's empty, and Elmer and Frankie are in here sleeping. They are doing really well. They are almost 2 years old, and they are doing really good. And this was originally the Heidi that came with them, and it's got some well use. It's gone through a couple of rats, and they really like this. I just put it back in their cage this time, and they really seem to be enjoying it. Up above this Heidi is this double-decker hammock I did make for them about 2 weeks ago, and the babies are actually sleeping up here. Say hi. Okay, he's just showing you his butt, but there is his head. Here we go. They're all kind of doggy piled in there, but they really seem to like this hammock, as it doesn't sag too much, because Elmer, when he goes in his hammock, it sags so much because he is a really big boy, but these guys, perfect, they can all fit in here. Behind it is my only and first ever store-bought hammock that my friend Syl gave to me for my birthday a couple months ago, and they don't use it too often, as it's very bouncy and they don't like it as much, but I kind of turned into a U-shaped tunnel type thing with an opening, and it's really soft. This white pot's super soft, and they really seem to enjoy that when they do go in it because it's super soft. Next to store-bought hammock, I have this other hammock I homemade. As you can see, this purple material is the same as this. Oh, there's some poops in here. I don't know why, but like, why do you poop in the hammock, guys? Anyways, and I also, yeah, it's just a single one, and they really like it because it's actually quite sturdy, just attached with some more plastic shower hooks, which they really seem to enjoy. And right below it is out of pajamas. I don't know if you can tell, but it's the same material as that, and it's just out of pajamas, and they really seem to enjoy this one as well. And finally, in the back, one of Frankie's favorite places to be is this shelf I put here. I just put some fleece down here, and Frankie really liked to sleep like a potato in this shelf. I also just wanted to show you the top of the cage. So here's the travel cage I was telling you about. It's about 1 foot, it's about 15 inches by 12 inches. The door just opens here, and I know it's a really small cage, but I only use it if I'm cleaning that cage, so I just pop them in here for about an hour or however long it takes, or when I'm taking them to the vet. And the bottom is down here, and this is actually advertised for a dwarf hamster, and it's way too small for a dwarf hamster, so they do not put a dwarf hamster in here. Do not try to put any animal in here unless it's for travel purposes. So this is what I use traveling, and they do have these shelves in here, but I'm planning to take them out soon as they kind of take up a lot of space, and also the holes in them are super small, and I do not want any heads or butts or bodies getting stuck in them. Over here I just have some extra fleece and stuff in this container. Not all that fleeces, it won't fit, not the big pieces anyways, but some extra fleece I will put in here, so when I clean that cage it's really easy to access. And of course they also have their free roam area, which will be the next video. I will show you how I set up my free roam area, at least my temporary one, as I'm still making a really big one out of cardboard soon, hopefully for the future. And yes, they do free roam most nights when I have time to bring them out, and they really seem to enjoy that as well. Put some hideys, I put some newspaper and all that type of thing, and they really seem to enjoy doing that as well. Now this is the first time I've ever had a double crenation, and decorating it is really fun. But if you guys have any suggestions on anything I should add, because I'm planning to put some ropes in here, some things like that, please let me know in the comments, and I will try to do your suggestions, and hopefully it'll turn out well so that cage can become even better. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my cage. Please let me know any suggestions, like I said before, for the cage, and any suggestions for future videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye!